Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are back at it again with another Vlogmas video. Yes, I took the time today and decided that we're going to do this is day 4. Let's get into the Vlogmas of day 4. So before we do that, I caught nature's finest. I caught some nature, and I just wanted you to take a look at some of the nature and the scenery. And I'll continue to do this before I share with you. But I wanted to catch this little guy right here, and I don't know if you can see him. There you go. All right. Before we jump into the Advent calendar books and discuss the different books that they have for children that you might want to purchase later. But that guy right there is so cute. So now that you see that little guy right there and some of the nature, I'll go through, when we get through going through the calendar, I'll eventually walk down to the actual lake and catch some sights of the lake, since it's such a nice day out here. This is a very nice day out here at this particular lake. They have a place to picnic. They have a swing for the children. So it's really nice out here, and it really feels really good. And if you see the trees are changing. Kind of cool, huh? Of course, all that moss is on them, but it's really neat to me. So let's get into these calendars. Well, not really calendars. Let's get into these books. Okay. Now that I have found a little seat, a little chair, hopefully you can see me well. I have the calendars, and they're called the Advent calendars. Kind of hard to show. This is the one I thought that I was going to buy for my nephew, and it is a Marvel Advent calendar. It has a festive countdown. They count down every day of Christmas, I guess, or the holiday season, because it doesn't say Christmas or anything. It just has some little holly leaves and whatnot on them. It's got all of the Marvel characters, which I thought was really neat. If you take a look, you got every characters on there that you could see. Let's see, the book is huge. It has about 6 other books in it, and I'm shaking the camera, so I'm sorry and I apologize. I know it's backwards, but it has about, I thought that caught my eye. That caught my eye first about the calendar, and then the calendar actually had down below all of the characters. And I don't know if this does better. If I pull it back, yeah, that's better. So this is the calendar here, and inside of the calendar there are days of each. I'll wait for the plane to go by, but there are days inside of the calendar which you can actually take out a book a day and read a book a day. Either you read it or your child reads it to you, and you can read each book for each day. So there's book number 1, and then book number 2 is way down here, and book number 3 is over here. So there's some learning involved in this. You can actually count. Your child can count. So give you a good little view of the calendar. All right. So that's that one. So the other one, the other calendar that I picked up was the Disney Story Collection Advent calendar, and it says the same thing. It says festive, includes 24 books, and it looks like this. Now I got these it's a storybook collection from Walmart. So if anybody wants to find it, it's in Walmart. There's the back of it. All right, and it's for ages 3 and up. And it says unwrap a magical storybook every day, which I think having a story to tell the kids every day is wonderful. I think that this will give children a chance to get excited about the holiday season. So let's see what's inside of here. Okay, so inside of this one is the same thing. It has a book for every day, and it's positioned the same way, except this one gives you a more holiday feel. And you've got book 1, and then book 2 is way down here, book 3, and it goes all the way up to, you know, each day, all the way up into Christmas. It's got 24 books in it, like I said. So I'm going to take out, okay, so I'm going to take out the first book and just see if it's even worth. These books cost $10. The one book a piece costs $10. So I bought the book in hopes that I could read a book, and then that my 9-year-old nephew could read the other book because he loves the Marvel. So I want to see what I think about it, because I like Disney, and so I just figured, why not? So the first book, wow. The first book is Aladdin. The first book is the Aladdin book. So we got the Aladdin book, and this is what the Aladdin book looks like. So I guess it tells the story about Aladdin, you know. So it starts out, once there was an evil sorcerer named Jafar. So the books look like this. The only thing about these books, if you're reading them, I mean, especially if I'm reading it, I'm going to need some glasses, okay? I'm going to need to put on some glasses because the words are very small. But to a small child who's about 3, you probably would be reading this to your 3-year-old. Any children up, you will be reading it together. I am sure you're going to read the book together with them. So that's the first one, which is the Aladdin one. And so I'm going to slip this back in. And they have little cute little covers. The little covers that go along with it, I thought was kind of cool. I didn't have to do any ripping, like rip the calendar or anything, since they are books and they are little story books. I didn't have to rip anything. So let's see what they have for book number 2 in the Disney book. So I would assume that they're going to have something for each Disney book. So number 2 spot, pull it out. Here's the number 2, and this is the second book. So keep in mind, there's 24 books inside of this particular book. So, oh wow. Okay, this one is the 101 Dalmatians. So that one's pretty cool. I think that's cool too. And so I imagine that this one would actually tell the story about the 101 Dalmatians. And it's got some really cute little animated pictures, and I mean, nice little travel book if you're traveling, when you start traveling for the holidays. I think this is pretty good for traveling if you want kids to read. The ones that are able to read independently, and the ones that can, if you want to have a bedtime story, this would be great bedtime stories. For 24 days, you can have bedtime story reading with your kids. Right. So now we're going to take a look at the Marvel. I showed you the Marvel, but I didn't see what kind of books they had. And I'm going to take a look at one more in the Disney book. Hold on. I'm going to take a look at one more in the Disney book. And let's see what number 3 has to offer. Because I'm getting excited about each one. I'm not going to take out them all. I mean, then I won't have anything to look forward to. Oh, this is not... The others were hard, easy to do. Alright. So, I don't want to rip the cover. Because I like the cover, the little wrap. It's only paper wrap. And, they just wrap paper around them. Each book like a little present. So you got lots of presents. Oh my gosh, I'm glad I opened this one. This one is about Bambi. This is one of my favorite stories. So this one's about Bambi. So look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh. This is going to be fun. This is going to be a lot of fun. This one is actually about Bambi. So, like I said, the Disney one right now has my heart. You know, I'm excited about buying this purchase. This was worth the purchase. Even though I didn't see the others, it's well worth it. So I'm gonna jump into the Marvel and see what the Marvel has. I'm not into the Marvel characters as well as my nephew is into the Marvel characters, but I am gonna jump into the Marvel and see what they have to offer. So let's jump into the Marvel. So as promised, I'm jumping into the Marvel one, and I'm gonna jump into number one, book number one. Into book number one. So book number one, and book number one looks like this. This one is Marvel Spider-Man, the story of Spider-Man. That's what this one is. And he's gonna love these. It's small reading, but if I can get the cam up a little closer. It's small reading, but it tells the story about Spider-Man. So that will be very interesting. He already knows the story, but this right here will help him want to read more about the story. So I like that. All right, so it says Peter Parker was just an ordinary teenager until he was bitten by a radioactive spider and his life changed forever. So already, book number one has my attention. All right, let's go to book number two. All right. So what do we have here? Oh, come on, paper. Spider-Man, A Very Strange Night. So this one is a book about when Spider-Man's dreams are invaded by nightmare. Spidey calls on for help of Doctor Strange. Oh, he's gonna love these books, honey. Even though he's an older kid, I think he's gonna like them a lot because each night he reads every night anyways. He can read a story about one of his favorite characters. So I like that. All right, so let's jump into book number three, the last but not least book. Now there are 24 in this particular set as well. So with the 24, oh shucks, y'all heard it from me. Oh shucks. Now this one is called Marvel's Avengers Assemble Part 1. So we know there's going to be a part 2. So it looks like this. Hopefully you can see it. I can get it adjusted. So I know that's backwards, but this one is about, and on the back it tells you what the books are about. This one says evil trickster Loki is out to destroy Thor and whoever else gets in his way. Avengers assemble for part 1 of the story. Well, by reading this, even though I said that you had to use probably glasses to read, that be me. This story to me seems very interesting. And I'm looking at how many pages are in each one. Is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Along with the pictures, of course. You know, the pictures are really neat. So I think this is a hit. And I think this is a success. So we'll be reading every night. So he'll be reading every night. Because my young reader can read independently. Now, hopefully you'll go out to Walmart and pick up maybe one of the books if you have a boy or a girl, and you guys can jump into some reading. I just wanted to share those because I thought they were so cool and really neat. All right, since I'm already out here where this beautiful sight is in front of me and we're able to take in some of the nature, I'll let you guys in on my secrets and the way I observe nature and how I get a chance to meditate and just think on my thoughts and bring myself back. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the Advent calendar, the story collection book that I shared with you. I hope that you know, it turns a little twist on the holiday season, and it makes you think, that it's not all about just buying things or having things, that you can introduce some sort of learning into actually the holiday season. So with that being said, and my review, I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope everybody enjoyed the scenery. And with that being said, if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to the channel, hit that bell, turn on post notification, and give it one big great thumbs up. And to then, we'll see you at the next Vlogmas video.